In the tapestry of human relationships, one universal truth often emerges: it's incredibly challenging to truly understand someone's character. We live in a world where appearances can deceive, and words are often mere masks. Have you ever been caught off guard by someone you trusted, only to later discover their true nature? Or have you witnessed a moment when someone's character shone brightly through their actions? Zen and Buddhist teachings offer profound wisdom on this matter, reminding us that the essence of a person is not hidden in what they say, but in how they act and react. Today, we will explore how observing two key behaviors, how people act when they have power and how they react in adversity, can reveal the depths of their character. These lessons, rooted in ancient philosophy, will not only help you navigate relationships, but also inspire you to reflect on your own journey. Let's embark on this transformative exploration. 1. Exploring the first pillar, actions and power. Zen teaches us that power does not corrupt, it simply reveals the true essence of a person. When someone attains power, they are no longer bound by the constraints of societal norms. Their actions become a mirror reflecting their internal values, exposing what they truly cherish and what they are willing to sacrifice to achieve it. With this philosophy in mind, let us delve into a historical tale rich with meaning. In a distant land, there existed a powerful kingdom ruled by a wise king. Upon his passing, the throne was inherited by his two sons, the elder and the younger. According to their father's will, the elder son was to ascend the throne and rule the entire kingdom, while the younger son would govern a small province renowned for its fertile fields and kind-hearted people. Initially, the elder son, now king, pledged to govern with fairness and integrity, continuing the legacy of his father. His promises were full of hope, inspiring the people to believe he would be a wise and just ruler. However, as his grip on power solidified, those promises quickly dissolved. The king succumbed to greed and the allure of absolute authority. He imposed heavy taxes to fund lavish palaces, hosted extravagant feasts that lasted for days, and generously rewarded sycophants. He ignored the cries of his people and brutally suppressed anyone who dared to dissent. Meanwhile, the younger brother, ruling over the small province, chose a different path. He held firmly to their father's teachings: power exists to serve, not to dominate. Despite holding authority, the younger brother remained humble and compassionate. He spent his time listening to the concerns of his people, addressing their struggles, and seeking ways to improve their lives. Instead of building a grand mansion for himself, he allocated resources to establish schools, construct hospitals, and improve irrigation systems, ensuring that everyone in his province had a chance at a better life. As time passed, the stark contrast between the two brothers became evident. The elder brother, lost in his indulgence and misuse of power, presided over a kingdom that grew impoverished and chaotic. The people's trust in him eroded, and resentment festered. In contrast, the younger brother's province flourished under his guidance. His subjects respected him not only for his wisdom but also for his genuine care. They often referred to him not as a ruler, but as a father figure. Eventually, a severe drought struck the entire kingdom, testing the leadership of both brothers. While the king hoarded resources to protect his palace, the younger brother personally led relief efforts, distributing food reserves and organizing support programs. His actions not only helped his people survive the calamity but also deepened their admiration and trust in him. The story of the two brothers is not just a historical anecdote but a profound lesson in human character. Power does not change people, it merely unveils what has always been within them. When in positions of authority, individuals can choose to become either a beacon of hope or a shadow of despair. What can we learn from this story? 1. Observe how people treat others. When someone holds power, pay attention to how they treat those who rely on them. Do they uplift or exploit? Do they inspire hope or instill fear? These actions are the clearest indicators of their values and character. 2. Reflect on your own actions when you are in a position of power. Ask yourself, what am I using this power for? Am I creating value and uplifting others? Or am I reinforcing my ego? Zen teaches that self-awareness is the first step toward growth. In today's world, power takes many forms, from leadership roles in corporations to positions within families or communities. Regardless of the level, how we wield power is always a test of our character. Think of the great leaders you admire. Did they use their power to uplift and inspire? Like the younger brother in the story? Or have you encountered those who abused their authority to control and harm? Like the elder brother? Finally, this historical tale is not just something to listen to, it is a call to action. Ask yourself, when I hold power, am I willing to prioritize the well-being of others over my own interests? Do I have the courage to reflect on my actions and change if I realize I am on the wrong path? These questions will help you not only become a better leader, but also a more respected human being. Like the younger brother in the story. In every situation, remember that power is a challenge, but it is also an opportunity to reveal the highest virtues within yourself. 2. Exploring the second pillar, reactions in adversity. When life challenges us, our true spirit is revealed. Adversity is not just an inconvenience or source of suffering, it is a fire that burns away the masks we wear, exposing our authentic selves, whether strong or weak. In Zen teachings, adversity is seen as a stern yet fair teacher, helping us understand our true nature and the values we carry within. How we respond to adversity not only unveils our inner strength, but also shapes the path we will walk afterward. The Zen story of two farmers. In a distant land, two farmers lived in neighboring villages, both deeply devoted to the lands they cultivated. One year, a devastating storm swept through the region, destroying the crops they had painstakingly nurtured. When the storm passed, all that remained was a scene of desolation, flooded fields, and muddy wastelands. For both farmers, this was not just a material loss, but also a profound test of their resilience and faith. The first farmer, upon seeing the destruction, fell into bitterness and despair. He cursed the heavens for their injustice and spent his days consumed by anger and helplessness. He abandoned his fields, leaving them to grow increasingly barren over time. His despair spread to his family and community, casting a shadow of hopelessness over all who knew him. The second farmer, though heartbroken by the loss, chose a different path. He immediately began clearing the debris from his land, determined to rebuild. When he saw his neighbors struggling, he offered his help, working alongside them to restore their lives. His efforts not only revitalized his own fields, but also inspired the entire village to persevere. Over time, his land and the surrounding community flourished again, thanks to his resilience and spirit of unity. The story of the two farmers teaches us that adversity itself does not define us, it is our response to it that matters. The first farmer allowed adversity to consume him, turning him into a bitter and defeated man. In contrast, the second farmer viewed adversity as an opportunity for growth, using it to not only rebuild his life, but also uplift those around him. This story reminds us that adversity can be an invitation to embark on a journey of transformation. It not only tests our inner strength, but also compels us to discover hidden potentials we may never have realized existed. I recall a close friend who faced an unexpected and challenging setback. They lost their job, a role they had dedicated years to and truly loved. In such a situation, many would succumb to anger or self-pity, blaming circumstances for their plight. However, my friend chose a different perspective. They saw this as an opportunity to redefine their path. They decided to pursue their long-held passion for teaching, a dream they had always postponed due to time constraints. The journey was not easy at first. There were moments of fear and uncertainty. But with determination, they slowly built a new career. Today, my friend runs a successful coaching business, helping others navigate life's uncertainties. Looking back, they often say that losing their job was not their greatest failure, but their greatest opportunity. Their story is a living testament to how inner strength can change the trajectory of one's life, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. How to build resilience. Stories like these are not just meant to inspire, but also to teach. In life, each of us will face our own storms. Here are some practical ways to build resilience when adversity strikes. 1. Observe how others react to challenges. Pay attention to those around you and how they handle difficulties. Those who rise above adversity often practice acceptance. Take action and refuse to let fear control them. 2. Practice mindfulness and acceptance. Train yourself to live in the present and accept life's uncertainties. When your mind is free from regrets about the past or anxieties about the future, you can face challenges with greater clarity and strength. 3. Turn pain into opportunity, like the second farmer or my friend. View adversity as a chance to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I become better because of this experience? 4. Offer support and foster unity. Helping others not only eases their pain, but also brings meaning and strength to your own life. When a community comes together to face adversity, even the greatest challenges become more manageable. Adversity is an inevitable part of life, but it is not the end. Like fire refining gold, adversity helps us uncover our inner strength, test our willpower, and ignite our deepest potential. Remember, how you respond to challenges not only defines who you are, but also inspires those around you. In every situation, choose to rise, take action, and transform adversity into a foundation for growth and purpose. 3. Turning inward, personal reflections and self-assessment. While observing others can provide insights into their character, self-reflection holds equal, if not greater, importance. Zen philosophy encourages us to turn the lens inward, asking fundamental questions. How do I act when I have power? How do I react when life tests me? These questions form the foundation for personal growth, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of who we are and who we aspire to become. In our busy, interconnected world, it is easy to focus on external evaluations. We observe how others behave, judge their actions, and draw conclusions about their character. While this practice can offer valuable lessons, it often serves as a distraction from the most essential aspect of personal development, understanding ourselves. Self-reflection is not about self-criticism or dwelling on past mistakes. It is a process of honest evaluation, allowing us to recognize our strengths, confront our weaknesses, and align our actions with our values. Zen teachings emphasize the concept of mindful awareness, which involves observing oneself without judgment. This practice creates a safe space for introspection, enabling us to assess our behaviors and motivations with clarity and compassion. In doing so, we learn not only to navigate the complexities of life more effectively, but also to cultivate a sense of inner peace and authenticity. The two key questions posed by Zen, how do I act when I have power, and how do I react when life tests me, are profound, as they touch upon the core of our humanity. These questions compel us to examine the essence of our character in the face of two universal challenges, authority and adversity. 1. How do I act when I have power? Power is a unique litmus test for character. When we hold authority, whether in our personal relationships, workplaces, or communities, our actions reveal our true values. Do we use power to uplift others? creating opportunities and fostering trust? Or do we exploit it, driven by ego, insecurity, or greed? Consider a scenario where you are entrusted with leadership. Do you listen to those you lead, valuing their input and encouraging collaboration? Or do you impose your will, dismissing differing opinions and prioritizing your desires over the collective good? Reflecting on these questions can help us identify whether our actions align with the principles of kindness, respect, and responsibility. Zen wisdom teaches that power is not inherently corrupting, it is neutral, like a mirror reflecting our inner nature. Thus, if we find that our behavior in positions of power is less than ideal, it is an opportunity, not for guilt or shame, but for growth. By recognizing areas where we fall short, we can take intentional steps to improve, becoming leaders who inspire and nurture rather than control and dominate. 2. How do I react when life tests me? Adversity is another powerful teacher, revealing the strength or fragility of our inner foundations. When faced with challenges, be it loss, failure, or uncertainty, do we react with grace and resilience? Or do we crumble under pressure? Our reactions to difficult situations are often guided by deeply ingrained patterns, shaped by our past experiences and beliefs. Imagine facing a significant setback, such as losing a job or enduring a personal betrayal. Do you channel your energy into seeking solutions, learning from the experience, and moving forward? Or do you allow despair, anger, or self-pity to take hold, immobilizing you in a cycle of negativity? While it is natural to feel pain and frustration, the ability to rise above these emotions and respond constructively is a hallmark of inner strength. Zen philosophy offers tools to cultivate this resilience, emphasizing mindfulness and acceptance. By practicing present moment awareness, we can prevent our minds from spiraling into regret over the past or anxiety about the future. Acceptance does not mean passivity, but rather an acknowledgement of reality, freeing us to focus on what we can control and change. Practical exercises for self-reflection. To turn these questions into a transformative practice, we can incorporate self-reflection into our daily routines. Here are some exercises to guide you. 1. Journaling. Dedicate a few minutes each day to write about your experiences, focusing on moments when you held power or faced adversity. What did you do well? What could you have done differently? Over time, these reflections will reveal patterns and areas for growth. 2. Mindfulness meditation. Set aside time to sit in silence, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Use this practice to explore your reactions to recent challenges or decisions. This mindfulness will help you approach similar situations with greater clarity and intention. 3. Seeking feedback. Ask trusted friends, colleagues, or mentors for honest feedback about your behavior in specific situations. Sometimes, an external perspective can shed light on blind spots, helping you see yourself more clearly. 4. Setting intentions. At the start of each day, set an intention to act in alignment with your values. For example, you might commit to practicing patience, listening actively, or approaching challenges with optimism. Revisit these intentions in the evening, assessing how well you upheld them. A personal anecdote. Several years ago, I was placed in charge of a critical project at work. The pressure to succeed was immense, and I found myself slipping into a controlling mindset. I micromanaged my team, doubting their capabilities and prioritizing my vision over collaboration. The project was completed successfully, but at a cost: strained relationships and low morale among my team. Reflecting on this experience, I realized that my behavior stemmed from fear of failure and of being judged as incompetent. Recognizing this allowed me to address the root of the issue. In subsequent leadership roles, I made a conscious effort to trust my team, delegate responsibilities, and foster an environment of mutual respect. The results were transformative, not only for the projects but also for my personal growth. The path to authenticity. Self-reflection is not a one-time exercise, it is a lifelong journey. By regularly examining our actions and reactions, we can align ourselves more closely with the values we admire and aspire to embody. This process requires humility, patience, and courage. But the rewards are immeasurable: a deeper understanding of ourselves, more meaningful relationships, and a life lived with integrity and purpose. Zen philosophy reminds us that the journey inward is the most profound. By asking ourselves how we act in power and adversity, we gain the wisdom to navigate life with grace, compassion, and resilience. True transformation begins not with changing the world around us, but with understanding and evolving the world within us. As you move forward, carry this wisdom in your heart. Build connections with those who uplift you and protect your peace from those who drain it. Share these insights with others. And remember, true understanding begins with self-reflection. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who could benefit. Let's grow together in wisdom and compassion.